line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back here to PTM Racing TV. We're live here tonight at Bark River Speedway, where we're about to see some action for the Battle of the Metal Racing League Series and their Dirt Series Season 7 Week 3 action here and now on PTM Racing TV. I got our own eye, Christian Crusader Shriver, and welcome back to the show as always as we get ready to go here. We've got two main events coming your way. First up, of course, being the Dirt Series coming at you here from Bark River Speedway. Their Pro 2 lights are being out on the track here. And starting off here, first of the two heats will be the 51 of Eric G. Gann, and the 51 to the outside, that'll be the 12, Kenneth Crawford. And then row 2, they'll see the 69 and Nick Kern, and it has outside Matthew Hoffer, the 84, final starter, the Crusader Shriver, in his 14 machine. And obviously, this being the first of two heats, they'll have 5 laps to go around the track to battle it out amongst the 5 drivers, and then 4 more drivers will come out for the heat number 2 section. And then we'll go to the A main, where all 10 drivers will play it out and fight it out with the best of them. As we get ready to go here tonight, folks, we do appreciate you coming on board here out of the gate. Good to see some of the folks already joining us in. Tony Westcott being one of them, Kathleen Crawford being another. Great to have you all on board. Hope you're going to enjoy the show and hope you'll enjoy the racing here out of the gate. As we start to wheel and deal them off around the track and get ready to field them down in for our first night of racing here. Gonna be a hot one, gonna be a bit of a hot battle here for them drivers out here as we get ready to hit the green flag, and the green is out. We're underway for heat number 1. Watch for the drivers to get close in the corners out of the gate. Watch for them to make maneuvers where they can find it the most. There's a lot of right and left turns around here. This track is going to really test the absolute patience of each driver as Eric G. Gann tries to hammer down in the middle line with Nick Kern and the 6'9" on the bottom line. 3 wide going into the corner. Kenneth Crawford there on the outside, the number 12 trying to hold him down while Nick Field, the burn Kern, tries to maneuver off him. Matthew Hofford having to deal with the 14 and Crusader Shriver right there in between. As they get right in between the other corner. Crusader is out of here. He is off the ballpark. Problems down there for the 14, and that will cost him dearly. A little 4 wide salute though entering into the turn. They are still battling for the race lead. 3 wide, bumping and banging. Oh my, this is certainly already off to a hot start here. Eric G. Gann trying to hold the lead down, trying to keep it away from everybody else. Gann is your race leader, but now he's got Kenneth Crawford and Nick Kern battling it out with Matthew Hofford right on the left side of him. The Ballpark Magic, number 69, the Ram design, trying to hold him in and fight him off. Well, Gann just continues to muscle his way around the track. You can see as they come off the hills, off that jump, they really got to start swinging them already straight right in order to get them to turn off. That's one big problem they'll have to face throughout these races, throughout these events when they come to the Pro Tucson. Bark River Speedway definitely already showing the trickiness and the tacky track surface being a bit of a handful for some of these drivers, but they are doing a great job, in my opinion, of hanging on and keeping their distance alive. That's the name of the game. You keep yourself in play, keep yourself out of trouble, out of reach of problem zones. Let the truck come to you. Working their way off around now. Here's your battle for the race lead. Gann giving up a lot of time here. Nick Field, the burn turn on the left side. Charges it hard off the run. The 69 now starting to tighten up the grips, tighten the steering edge just a little bit more. He has the race lead. Eric G again trying to catch right back up there in the 51 here as the 69 has the advantage. Matthew Hofford in the 84 having to deal with that Ram design number 12 of Kenneth Crawford right behind him. Just to give you guys an idea just how tough this is right now for these drivers and what they're facing up against. They're literally having to drive these things into the ground and back just to keep them online. Moving their way back around the track here. Crawford starting to lose a little bit of ground. You can see the Crusader Shriver from 14. He's kind of hanging back there a little bit. The General Tire Monster Jam machine here tonight, as he is referring it to, had a little problem there coming off that hill, off that jump. But he is gaining a lot of ground on Crawford. We'll see, maybe he can try to bring this one back in and finish this one out with only about 3 laps to go, though. Right now it is Nick Kern, still your race leader. The Mopar Magic 69 Ram design is just completely hammering away, giving it everything she's got around the track. Don't adjust your television screens, folks, or your video cameras on the phones. That is the dirt that is on Kenneth Crawford, that is on Nick Kern's this little truck there. As you see him just kind of using every ounce of that track, every bit of it. He just taps the wall slightly there, but it works out okay in his favor. The 84 Fanatec little Liquid Death machine still trying to hang in there. That is Matthew Hoffert trying to get up there with Eric G. Gans. The rest of the field continues to connect on. Going on board here with the Crusader Shriver, and you're going to listen to that motor and watch them just kind of work around the corner. A little damage on that front end here. Doesn't seem to be affecting him, though. The good news is about these things is you can pretty much completely destroy the hood off. They won't really matter too much. You'll be all right. Mopar Ram Designs number 12. Kenneth Crawford still trying to hang on and bolster down to a 4th place spot. Has had a pretty good Dirt Series start, I would say, compared to what he's been up to. But you can see the 14 of Shriver is starting to gain just a little bit more on him. Crawford's giving him a lot of openings here. Gives him too much here. That might be a little bit too little too late, but on the end of the day, positions matter going into the next round of racing. Eric G. Gann, right now the 51. For the only RC controller driver in the entire world of iRacing that we're aware of anyway. Continuing to hammer down and hang in there. That's why you see those tires all over the place as the white flag comes out here for Nick Kern. Heat number 1 about to come to a close. The 69 and Nick Kern trying to just get one last good lap in. Maybe set a statement and set a tone for tonight. Still searching for his first win here on the season 7 end here. He's had great runs here, but just has not pulled off a W. off the corners. Right now, your battle is for that. Is currently for that second place spot as the Crusader Shriver has already passed in Kenneth Crawford for his fourth place position. Shriver will have a little bit of work to do in the A main, but the good news is right now the Hofford and Gann still battling, maybe a little time to catch up. One wrong move on either end of this one, it could go that way. But out of the final corners here, coming down the slideways, hills, and the jumps around here, Nick Kern says to all drivers, you will feel the burn. The 69 Mopar Ram design is going to take home the heat number 1. Second's going to go the 51 of Eric G. Gann, and Matthew Hopper rounding it out for third. Good showing from him and the former season champion as the 14. Well, came a little late, if you will, but Kenneth Crawford is going to have to get some adjustments made on that number 12. That thing is not running at full speed. I can hear it in that throttle and hear that momentum. Something is not right in the transmission, and I can feel that he's going to need a little bit of work to do. Here is your race results now popping up on your screen here for Week 3 action from Season 7 Dirt Series of Bark River Speedway. Nick Kern wins this one. Second goes to Eric G. Gann. Third will go to Matthew Hoffert. Fourth to Crusader Shriver. And fifth to Kenneth Crawford. Rounding out your field in this one here. Onward to heat number 2 coming your way here now on PTM Racing TV. 4 drivers will come into this one. All 4 advancing in. And out of the gate, we're going to see on the left side there, that will be Mr. Cody Scott, the 65. To his outside, that will be Chantel, the throttle paddle, in the number 5. Final starters, we will see it being Joshua Godinez in the 74, and then the closer, Cindy Taylor, the 07. 5 laps in this heat. 4 drivers looking for position and filler. So we're getting ready to field this one back up, have another little go or two around the track. Looks like this could be a major battle being put up to display and put up for a show. We're about to see the drivers now get back at it here. The ladies here will have to do battle with the 2 gentlemen as they come off around the corners here. Chantel throttle bottle will be a starting gun here with the green flag popping out. Cody Scott there will try to hold it down on the left side. To the green flag we go. The 5 gets an advantage early on, as right now the closer just come following right in her footsteps. The boys will have to work off that as Cody Scott and the JX65 having a little bit of work to do with the Cartoon Network sending for Joshua Godinez. A little thing to tell you guys, last week Godinez, he manages to walk away with the first UMP race win ever on PTM, on Pedal to Metal Racing League Dirt Series. Not necessarily the first on the PTM Dirt Series. That honor goes to the Monday Night Madness boys. But boy, what a night that was here, obviously, for him and his crew. Obviously, coming away with a big W there. Speaking of coming away with a little bit of sliders and 2, the 5 of Chantel Bottle, a little sideways there coming off the corners. Lost a lot of time, but manages to bring it back in. Cindy not able to hold it down as fast as I think she was hoping for. As the field right behind him battles it out once more here. Cody Scott, the 65. Good to see him back out here tonight. He's going to go up against that champ. He's going to go up with the winner from last weekend there, and Joshua Godinez. Oh, Godinez, a little slide job on the bottom, a little sideways scatter. Oh, right off the corner, though. He gets a little more sideways than I think he was hoping for. Scott sees his opening and gets a tag off it. And man, I don't know how these 2 can hang on to that truck as well as they did, but they were certainly holding on for dear life there. Kathleen Crawford coming on board saying shred the tire Shriver. Kathleen also saying Team Moldy and Team Kern. Tony Westcott looking like they really got some speed out there and awesome love to off-road racing. Tony, yes indeed, sir. It's good to see finally that off-road racing starting to get a little traction out here. I will say though, I am curious to know, can we ever get a full 20 truck field in the circuits and in these races? I think that could make for a great show. Absolutely love watching these races and these battles here that these drivers present on the show. It is certainly fun to watch. On board here with the 5 right now. We got that cash down in the roll cage area there. And you may be questioning, why is there so many bars around these things? Well, long story short, it's extremely easy to flip these things as much as it is to drive, them, keep them on all 4 wheels. They do not like to stay on all 4s as much as they can. They want to go any which way but Sunday, but they don't like staying down very often. And they are a little tricky too if you're just trying to drive them for the first time. I will say that much. I've had experience with them here on this track before and on Rallycross, and the biggest thing I've noticed with them is you really just gotta pace and tempo yourself around the track, or you're gonna find yourself in a little bit more trouble than you realize. Little timing issue there. Cindy the Closer Taylor still with the race lead. By the way, Chantel Throttle Pottle still in second. As Cindy continues to muster and push the low C07 way across the field. She looks like she has got the speed of a Nick Kern out here. And the 5 Chantel Pottle is taking every bit of notice right now, studying how she hits the corners and how she runs around the track. If you can't catch up to them, the one best thing you can do is just study how they run each corner, how they run each spot up. And speaking of each spot up, the 07 makes a little bobble there into the corner. Oh, but the 5 Chantel Pottle did the same. Might be a little bit slick down there in that area. You almost gotta basically go completely sideways, just trying to drive around it. Now with these things, you don't want the rear end to kick out too much. You want to have them nice and straight and keep them tight around the corner into exits. It's very easy to mess up and really give up openings to, but so far they're doing a great job keeping their timing and the pacing around. As we're coming up on the final laps here, there's 2 laps to go. The closer trying to close out another one, and she has yet to win in Season 7 here. Kings of Sling saying, I think of a division of these, half on dirt oval, half on rally. Not a bad idea, I will say, but it would also be very, very tricky, because that could be very hard to be had. But good to have you on board here, Kings of Sling. Westcott saying, Cindy said, see ya boys, and she is gone. Well, it's boys and girls, because remember the 5, she currently is really holding up the boys end here. Godinez and Cody Scott still trying to hang in there. And again, folks, don't adjust your television screens. As you can see, even the dirt's piling up around here. There's nothing you can do about that dirt flying into the air, that's for sure. Oh, what can you do about trying to hold that thing online? Cody Scott, the JX65, trying to open up his own lawn care service, it seems. Got it into the grassy plains, manages to drive it out of it, but that could have been bad for him and the team. Seems to be okay though, holding his line down. Joshua Godinez, the 74. In a pretty consistent spot with the Cartoon Network 74 machine as he tries to wheel and deal it still. Off the clutches in the turns, trying to get the General Tiles CN machine up into the fight. While we go to the white flag this time by for the closer, and she has got a huge lead on the number 5. And this makes you wonder, is Nick Kern paying attention? Is he studying what the 07's been doing? You know, there's a lot of fast drivers out there. Hoffert's got to be studying, and so is Gann as well. And I guarantee you, there's probably been no one that's been watching more on this track than obviously the ones right behind that closer, because the 5 Bottles Racing machine is going to be very, very aware of her surroundings and what she's going to have to do to try and knock them down a few. But when you put all 9 of these drivers at the same time, is that going to be a bit of an advantage for the folks up front? Think about that for a second. If they're battling in the back and then you're up front, if you don't have anyone that's trying to fight it out with you, I would assume that's probably going to be a lot better in your circumstances. It gives you a little more confidence knowing you can just kind of wheel it off the track and off the spot. Just kind of watching yourself and timing around this place as they swing it down around for the final corners here. The 07 Low C Toyota of Cindy, the closer Taylor, has pretty much all but shown there is one thing on her mind tonight. And that is to walk away with a W. Can she do it? We'll find out in the A main in just a minute. But for now, Heat 2 belongs to the closer. Follows Racing 5 with Chantel Bottle walking away with a distant second. Joshua Godinez, Sunny 4, trying to go for a third place finish. Off the corners and the clutches, he'll rocket his way. And a little Scooby-Doo Cartoon Network design on that one. Sends it into third, and last but not least, of course, our good friend, old Cody Scott, the 65. Just finishing now, Steve McDonald coming on board here tonight as well. Alright, with that said and that in mind now, race fans, we're ready to get set for the A main event. Before we do so, though, here is your final results here for heat number 2. Cindy the Closer Taylor wins it. Second goes to Chantel the Throttle Pottle. Third goes to Joshua Godinez. And then, of course, you got Cody Scott there rounding out the field here tonight. So the field is set and ready to go for the A main. 9 drivers will set the tone and set the field in. Which one of them will be the driver to beat? We're about to find out. I can tell you right now, man, these drivers are ready. They are pumped. They are excited, as are we. Had to make sure our technical difficulties got out of the way. I noticed there was a little bit of lag there in the stream. So here we go, race fans. This is the time. This is the place. Let's look at our drivers lineup for this final race of the day for the PTM Racing League Dirt Series. On the start, it'll be the 69 of Nick Kern to his outside, or the left side, I should say. That'll be Cindy the Closer Taylor, the 07. Next row, Eric G. Gain, the 51, with Chantel the Throttle Pottle in the 5. Row number 3 is going to be Matthew Hoffert in the 84, and then he'll have to deal with the 74 of Joshua Godinez. Final starters, the 14 of the Crusader Shriver. Ken Crawford in the 65 of Cody Scott, and then Ken Crawford in the number 12. Race fans, as they wheel him down, share this one around. Go to the Facebook, go to the YouTube, and make sure you catch this when you see it. If you haven't already, like and follow us up and subscribe so you never miss a beat, you never miss a show. We are ready to go at it here and now as they bring the drivers around with the Pro 2 lights up out of the Metal Racing League Dirt Series. Season 7 now concludes week 3 with a little off-road action here and now. They'll bring him off the start to the green flag. Out of the gate, the 69 Nick Kern gets a good jump and a good run around the track here. Eric G. Gann right there in the fight here. Whoa! The 14 of Crusader Shriver has destroyed the truck completely, and he's in the wall protection. What on earth? Damaged badly on the 14. Not sure what happened. We didn't have our cameras angled on him. Well, that is a tough break there for the 14 machine. What a bad maneuver to get stuck in, and his season just cannot get any better out there, it seems. Off the stripes and through the corners here, still through the turns. Matthew Hoffer dealing with his old rival in the 5, Chantel Bottle. Remember, those two went to war with one another in Super Late Models Division back one season ago. Chantel Throttle Bottle was victorious in almost every single race except for one. But it was honestly a record-breaking 11-1 streak that I don't think anybody will be able to duplicate for quite some time on this show, or any time for that matter. As they muscle their way around the track here currently, the closer, Cindy Taylor, trying to catch Nick Kern here as we only got 9 laps left in this one. Nick Kern, you can see already as he jumps off the track, you can see him already turning those wheels in. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get them lined up into position. But remember, the suspensions down there do take a beating. And if you're not careful, one wrong move can completely damage up everything and break everything in between. Jerry Keeney coming on board here tonight saying, "Go Cindy, way to run." And Crawford saying, "Oh no" to the little disaster that was the 14 earlier on. Crusader is getting in touch with his crew chief right now after the tow. He says, "Get me out of here and get me back out on the track," for crying out loud. He's saying a lot of profanity down there. He's not happy, that's for sure. Matthew Hoffer, though, I gotta think he's pretty happy about this performance so far, doing a pretty good job hanging in there, fighting it out with the 5 of Chantel Pottle. Chantel currently holding up 4th place spot. Eric G. Gann in the running here for 3rd, still giving himself some breathing room, a little bit of an opportunity to strike. You may notice also as well the way that wheel keeps turning in and around. It's a bit of a challenge here, he says, to save tires or work around on asphalt. But he said when he was working on dirt, it's like a whole nother ball game to him. He knows all too well how to keep that RC controller in line and really use those tires to his advantage. Kern right now is still looking for that first win of the season. Right now doing a great job defending off all that dare come before his way, but the closer does not fear any man. She knows what it takes to win out on this circuit. We've seen her win multiple times here on PTM Racing TV. One of the toughest drivers to beat on the end of the asphalt and the oval series, as well as dirt. So when it comes to the road course end of it, she says she does struggle with dirt oval, but she has kind of figured out a few tricks to get better at it. She just hopes sooner or later she'll get a little bit more confidence in herself. Everybody driving around the track trying to hold their line in. There's a little bit of trouble. Whoa, what on earth? I don't know what kind of barriers broke over there, but the 5 of Chantel Pottle motor goes. I don't even know what she hit down there. She literally just got stopped dead in her tracks, and the truck is done. My, that is a wild miss there, and I don't even know what could have happened to possibly to the 5, but the motor is gone. Damage is done badly there. What a tough break for the number 5, and we'll see if she's able to bring it back. Remember, even you may be a lap down or two, you can still fight back out and get track with the track. This track is so big, you got enough time. But the question is, do you have enough run? That's going to be the biggest issue. Back on board of the Scooby-Doo 74. Joshua Godinez still looking to claim win number 2 and go back to back. But right now, being in 5th and about 13 seconds back of the field of Burn Kern, as well as Cindy the Coulter Taylor. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to catch up, I'll say. Kern is absolutely just showing everyone how to run this track in his times and speed. He's carrying about over 88 miles per hour on the speed limit here. Cindy the Coulter Taylor actually narrowing him out by about 89 miles per hour on this last one. But currently, times-wise, he has got the fastest time of the night, 1:20.70 for Field of Burn Kern. No troubles for him. 14 of Crusader Driver is back out of the track. Oh! And as I say that, he just completely derails the side rail there. Pops a wheelie. No, get off the gas. Oh, no. Well, I think if you needed a visual representation of how his season's gone, I think you might have just found it, folks. Over drives the corner. I think he was just trying to get back up to speed back with the drivers, and unfortunately, he just can't catch a break here. Wow, that's a mess there. What a tough break for him. Chantel back out on the track. She's a lap down. Thankfully ahead, though, of the 14. Because, well, I don't think Crusader's going to figure out how to get any lap back on this track today. I don't think the only way he's going to be able to catch with this one would be if Shania Twain all of a sudden came onto our show and started singing for us. Field starting to stretch out a little bit. Cindy the Coulter Taylor and Nick Kern, the only two that are even close to one another. Joshua Godinez still in this hunt, trying to get right there with Matthew Hoffert. Now Hoffert, he's been a bit of a kind of an interesting subject. The Liquid Death 84 machine coming back out here tonight. We have seen him have success here with the Pro 2 lights. Remember back on Pushing Limits Racing League, he was able to actually put up a little bit of a show and put on a little bit of a run there. Here tonight, he's certainly kind of keeping the same momentum, keeping that same mentality, but I think his struggle's been basically just trying to find speed around this place. It's extremely difficult to do, but when you get it timed in just right, it certainly does make a difference. And right now, what you're seeing is still the battle for the race lead. May not seem like much, but let me tell you, one little error from Kern and Cindy could just steal this one from him. On a road course, it don't matter if you're a second ahead. That could literally be changed in a matter of a second. Being a tenth of a second's pretty good. Man, if anything more on an asphalt oval is okay, or dirt oval as well. But that's the problem though with road course racing, is you don't get that privilege. You have to literally work for it. As these drivers continue to get some hang time around here, I'm still wondering though when the next dirt road course we will see on our show here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! And Cindy Taylor, looks like she was going around the verbs, around the rhythm section, as we like to refer to in off-road racing. She jumped around those rhythm bumps, and unfortunately the jumps catches her this time. You got to be careful about spinning those tires around. That's exactly what happened, and it cost her dearly. The 65, Cody Scott, right side damage on that rear end. Kenneth Crawford gonna make him pay for it. He is literally all over the place. 5 laps remain here, and right now this is still looking more and more like possibly Kern could just walk away with this one with no troubles. He has forced the drivers to do everything they can and hang on to it. Tony Westcott saying, holy smokes, does he get bonus points for the wheelie? Well, I mean, he does have a monster jam truck to that thing, so I don't know, does he? We'll let the judges decide on that one. You guys be the judges. What would you score the wheelie? Because he did a pretty good wheelie there, I will say. Not going to win him the race, but I think he'll earn some bonus points with the fans for at least putting on a show somewhat. Right now, everyone's still feeling on around the track. Onto the field we go. Still time left and time remaining here, as currently we are seeing this one play out. I think honestly, guys, we may have had a quick disconnect there from one of our internet issues here. I think the Glitchcraft Gremlins are back on the attack here with us. Bit of a first here. We usually don't see that happen all too often, but looks like it kind of just came up on us a little bit here a minute ago. So stream looks like it's okay. Looks like our backup came up just in time. So if you guys might have had a little blink there, a little stoppage, I apologize, but there's not much I can do really about that one. Cindy the closer, Taylor the 07 Toyota machines. Low C trying to keep up the distance, keep up the fight. Nick Kern the 69 doing much of the same. Really has yet to make a mistake. 3 laps remaining. I gotta be honest with you folks. I knew Kern was fast on dirt with ovals. I didn't realize he had this much speed on a road course track though, man. He is wheeling this thing. He did tell me earlier he loves running asphalt road courses. Apparently, he's got something with dirt road is as well. He seems to just love messing with these things. I can't wait. I wonder if we can ever get a Pro 4 truck out here on the show sometime. I have heard rumors, so I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you want to see them? For those that don't know, this is the slowest of the trucks. Yeah, the slowest, and you're still reaching up speeds of 80 miles per hour. Actually, they can hit up to almost 90 miles per hour if they time it just right. Lap cars right now currently in the mix of things. Cody Scott, one of them. The 5 Chantel Pottle, another of them. Eric G. Gann, pretty much all but secure in this battle here as Matthew Hoffert holds on to the 4th place run. Trying desperately to keep up the distance, keep up the momentum, and keep his chances alive here with 2 laps to go. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to catch Gann. That's about a 3.25 second lead that Gann's got on him. AMR Customs 51 has been bad, fast, pretty tough to beat wherever he comes out at. You know, he is a former season champion too, for that matter, on the dirt stocks end. He managed to take that away from Joshua Godinez in his first career season. Godinez told me earlier he wished he knew that he was so close to that and didn't make as many mistakes as he did earlier in the season, but he said from there on out, he said he would race his hardest no matter where he went, but I don't think anybody in their right mind was expecting the season we were going to be given this go around, because right now, the way we've been looking at things, the way things have been playing out, It's a whole new ball game and a whole new world out there as we got one upside down. Cody Scott is on his roof. He's trying to get the tires to spin him back over, but the JX65 is stuck. He cannot get it out of there. And Nick Kern has got the white flag now, this time by. What a race and what a night it has been. This has been an absolute chaotic mess, and the Glitch Graphic Gremlins trying to take us out, but the good news is we fought them off. And here tonight, I think for Nick Kern, I don't think he was worried about the Gremlins. I think he was just worried about getting a little redemption for him and his crew. At last, the Mopar Magic Ram Design 69 looks like he's all but secured this one. 5 seconds ahead of Sidney Dakota Taylor, leading him off the final jumps. One more rhythm section to go, and then it is to checker flag victory lane area. Down in the corner, keeps it tight, doesn't let the rear end slide out too much. Here he comes now, straight off the corners, looking for the checkers, off the rhythm section one more time. And there it is, Nick Kern will win in the Mopar Ram Design 69 at Bark River Speedway. Second's going to charge ahead with the closer Sidney Taylor in the 07. Third will be a respectful 30-51 of Eric G. Gann. A good showing from him and his crew here tonight as he gets one last little run off. And Gann finally getting a decent finish in his mind tonight. Matthew Hoffer, a great showing from him, getting 4th. Joshua Godinez rocking it in 5th. 6th will go to Kenneth Crawford. Chantel Toronto finishing out in 7th. Cody Scott and Crusader Shriver going to be respectfully 8th and 9th to round out this one. But folks, there he is, your race winner at Bark River Speedway. Oh my. I think Crusader was saying, hey, congrats Nick, you got this one. Next time I'm coming for you though, buddy. I guess a little bit of love never hurts around here, but I don't think that was what they expected. Kern wins it here. The 69 finally gets a win here in Season 7 Dirt Series. What a great race and a great showing for him and his crew. And definitely got to mean a lot finally getting that monkey off his back. Here is the final results now presented on the screen. Nick Kern wins it. 2nd to Sidney Taylor. 3rd Eric Gann. Hoffer 4th. 5th to Godinez. 6th to Ken Crawford. 7th to Chantel Pottle. 8th to Cody Scott. 9th to the Crusader, Christian Shriver. And that'll all but do it here tonight, here, my friends. Nevertheless, though, race fans, this one's done and over with. We have one more race coming your way here tonight, and it will be presented in part by our good friends over at Race Tech Coatings iRacing League. The Pro Series are coming your way here soon enough. But from all of us here at PTM Racing TV, folks, thank you for coming on out. Thank you for tuning in with us. When the green flag flies, it will be in less than an hour. Stay tuned for more action and racing. Keep it real. Keep it here with us at PTM Racing TV.